All right, shalawam. First off, I want to say all praises to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Achak, Wadash. Double honor to our apostles and elders at GMS, and to the elect doing the work in sincerity and in truth. Shalawam. This is GMS Precepts, and this is Nazar Khad. And I want to go over a video I did a few months ago. This video right here, as you can see, it's Christianity is losing. Membership is down 50%. LOL. And let's see here. This is an article I did the video on. Um, I'll I'll put the description. I'll put the link in the description of this article. Um, and it is what it says. It says U.S. church members down sharply in the past 2 decades. Okay, and this is why Christianity, that might be the title. Christianity is losing, or Christianity is still losing. Okay. Um, because people are starting to realize the bullshit in Christianity, all the bullshit stories they tell, the way they twist the scriptures up, everybody can make it, hell doctrine, all this information. Also, the reason why you got a lot of non-believers or people that used to be Christians that don't believe in Christianity anymore. Um, in particular, friends of Dr. Edom Malone as the apostle. I gotta finish watching this show. As the apostle deemed him, Dr. Edom Malone. All right, as he's known by, he's got friends of his that aren't Christians anymore. He's got friends that are starting to go to bars, drink alcohol, become drunkards, not believing in the Lord, not believing in the hell. Which why? Because they come to find out that Christianity and all the stories that Christians pull, these Christian churches push is bullshit. And you know what? A lot of it is due to us, to Israelites. Why? Because we're coming with the scriptures and we're proving Christianity wrong, man. That's why people like Dr. Edom Malone, right? Dr. Edom Malone is getting sees us as a threat, and he always wants to attack us and put us in his shows and use us as a topic or a talking point. But Christianity is losing, man. It's still losing. Here's another article. It says, "Can Christian church disciples of Christ outlast the next decade?" First of all, let me show you this graph here. It says half of Americans are church members, down from 70% in 1999. Most of the decline attributed to the increase in percentage with no religion. Membership has fallen 9 points among those who are religious. All right, so this is the past, 20 years. Church membership among U.S. adults has declined, especially in the past 20 years. So if you can see the numbers don't lie. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Okay? These are the numbers of the adults in membership in these Christian churches, and they're in decline. You see that? This is a number. It reached its peak in around 1948, 45. It reached its peak, and then it started going down and down. And let's look at the 60s. And once it reached the 60s, it started to go down. Okay, and the late 60s is the time when this truth really came to fruition. Okay, where's the other graph? I got another graph here. Christians are the largest religious group in 2015, 2.3 billion. Let me go to that graph later, but let me read this article here. Can the Christian church outlast in the next decade? The identity statement of the Christian church, disciples of Christ, or Yahawashi, states it is a movement for wholeness in a fragmented world. As part of one body of Yahawashi, we welcome all the Lord's table as the Most High has welcomed us. So this is it. Look at this. The church, Christian church, disciples of Christ membership. I guess this is their church name. Christian church membership, and it's down. As you can see the numbers. This is 67. This is around the time when the truth came out. Late 60s, early 70s, around 1969, and look at the decline. Okay? All right, and this is 2017. It's down to around 300,000 members. All right, church membership shrank to 411,000 in 2017, down from 497,000 or 17% from 2014, while average worship attendance dropped down 21% in 2014. While these figures in themselves are striking, two objective numbers that often serve as future indicators, baptism and transfers in, are even more dramatic. New additions by baptism are at 4,344, down from 5,808, or 25% from 14, while additions by transfer are 7,441, down from 15,000, or 51% in 2014. Not nearly enough to keep up with deaths and transfers out. Okay? So, man, so they're losing members by the numbers, man. Okay? Why? Because Christianity is losing. It's losing, and who's highly responsible? The truth. Okay? This truth is highly responsible. Let me get, you know what? I wanted to get Matthew 7. Let me get Isaiah. I'll go to Isaiah 47 first. Isaiah 47. I'll start at 1. Come down. Isaiah 47:1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. I'm gonna speed up. I'm gonna get to the point here in verse 3. Take the millstones and grind meal. Uncover the locks. Make bare the leg. Uncover the thigh. Pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. So that's saying a lot right here, but I'm going to just get to the point where it says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Okay, what's thy nakedness represent? Thy nakedness represents the wickedness of America. Okay, because when you're naked, when you're naked, everything is seen. Okay, so everything that all the wickedness that America has done throughout the years, including Christianity, is being revealed. Okay, it's being uncovered. And how is it being uncovered? It's being uncovered by the prophets, man. Okay, because whether you Christians like to believe it or not, the Lord, he's always had prophets since the beginning. All right, let me get a Luke real quick. Luke, the first chapter. The Most High always had his prophets out there on the streets, on the highways and byways, warning the people, and prophesying. And this day, and these days, it's no different. And what are the prophets doing? They're revealing all the wickedness that this nation has been doing. Let me go to the point. It says, this is verse 70. As he spake let me start at 69. And hath raised up a horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David, that's talking about, that servant is speaking about Yahawashi. Okay, because he came what? He came through the loins, or the seed of David, right? Verse 70, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began. Okay, so the Most High always had his what? His holy prophets speaking to the people. Always. It's no different. And in these days, or in these last days, is no different as well. Okay, so let me get to this scripture I have here, Matthew's the 7th chapter, because I'm bringing this scripture out because I want to make this point here. Okay, despite Christians losing all these members, down 50%, down 70% in 2 decades. Despite all that, they're still the number one religion in the world. Okay, number one is Christianity. This is a number of people in 2015 in the billions, 2.3 billion Muslim or Islam, 1.8 billion unaffiliated, or I guess non-religious, to 1.2. All right, but Christianity is still number one religion in the world. Right now, I say that because, and I bring this scripture out. Right? It says, this is Matthew 7:13. This scripture right here is showing you that Christianity cannot be the way to who the people ignorantly call Christ, or the correct name of the Lord is Yahawashi. Christianity cannot be the way to Yahawashi. This is Matthew 7:13. Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go thereat. And that's Christianity, man. 2.3 billion. You know what? Let me get another scripture in Matthew. Oh, let me I got let me use this. All right, go here. Let me go right here, and I'm gonna go to Matthew. What is it? 24. I'm gonna go to Matthew 24. Brothers already know what scripture I'm going to. I believe it's here. It is. This is Matthew 24 and 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall that end come. So this gospel is the good news, right? Or the message of the kingdom of heaven, right? Because if this was a red letter, it would be if this would be in red, meaning the Lord spoke it out of his own mouth, and he was telling his disciples the things that are going to come to pass in the future prior to his return. Okay, part of them was wars and rumors of wars, earthquakes in diverse places, pestilence. Okay, kingdom against kingdom. There shall be false Christ. All these things in that nature is going to be all hell breaking loose on the planet Earth. But before that, it says that message. Well, also the gospel also consists of the good things. Okay, like the Lord coming back and redeeming his elect, his chosen. All right, taking down the enemies of Israel. Israel meaning you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, giving us power and giving us the kingdom of heaven. Okay, that's part of the gospel as well. All right, but this gospel, this message is going to be preached throughout the whole world. Okay, onto all nations. And nations, I know you Christians, oh, you see all nations. That's just speaking about other Israelites, because Israel is scattered throughout the whole Israel is scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Okay, and us Israelites we're considered we're considered a nation because we're so big. Okay, we're so vast in number. It says, for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. Okay, so prior to the Lord coming back, this message, this certain message is going to be preached. Okay, now Christianity has been around for nearly 2,000 years. It's got so since it's been around so long, how can this be the message and we're still here? Okay, that Christianity can't be this gospel that the Lord was speaking about. Okay, all right, especially because it's so broad. It's the number one religion, but it's telling you here in Matthew's, which is another red letter, is saying here again, wide is the gate that leads to destruction. I read it. Enter ye into that straight gate. Straight meaning a position of difficulty, right? For wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be that go thereat. And that many is representing the Christian church, 2,000 or 2.3 billion in number. Okay, they represent the majority of worshipers all over the planet Earth. Okay, it says, go back here. It says, but, verse 14, but straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. Okay? There are plenty of examples in the scriptures where the Lord always deals with the few. He always deals with the ones small in number. Okay? Why? So he can show his power. Okay? So when others see it, they can be like, damn, Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi was with them. Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi was with Israel. There's nothing we can do. Okay, so he's doing that. He's going to work with the smaller number to show his power so he can be exalted. Okay, there's no way that you can be exalted when you have 2.3, that you can say the Lord, when you have 2.3 billion members. Okay, the Lord does not deal with numbers or with a big group of people. He always deals with the lowly. He always deals with the few. Okay. That's why it says, and a remnant shall make it. A remnant, meaning a remainder. A remainder is going to be delivered, not all of Israel. All right. And let me get one more. I'm going to get this one. This is in 2nd Ezra, the 7th chapter. Where was I going to start? 2nd Ezra. I'll start at verse 3. Okay. Read the KJV version. It says, I'll start at verse 3, and it says, this is 2nd Ezra 7 and 3. I'll start at 1. It says, "And when I had made an end of speaking these words, there was sent unto me an angel which had been sent unto me the nights before, and he said unto me, Up, Esdras, and hear the words that I am come to tell thee. And he said, Speak on. And I said, Speak on, my power. Then said he unto me, The sea is set in a wide place, that it might be deep and great. But put the case, the entrance were narrow and like a river. Who then can go into the sea and look upon it, and to rule it? If he went not through the narrow, how could he not go into the broad?" Okay, and continuing on, it says, there is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field, and is full of all good things. The entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand, and on the left a deep water, and one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. And that's the analogy of the kingdom of heaven. Matter of fact, it's going to explain it. Let me read this last one. And it says, "And if this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive their inheritance?" Meaning, in order to get to that inheritance, or in order to get to that glory, that gift, that promise, you have to go through that narrow path. You have to go through that straight path, like it says in Matthew 7, that straight gate. Okay, because it says, "Narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it." Okay, so there are going to be few that there be that find or go this route to salvation. Okay, and it's not a broad path. The route to salvation is a small and narrow path. That's what Yahawashi was trying to explain here in Matthew's the 7th chapter. Okay, so Christianity can't be the way. All right. So, if any Christians are watching this, and you are a Hebrew Israelite, the best thing for you to do is leave Christianity. Christianity is losing, and the stories and the breakdowns and their whole setup, their whole gospel is false, and it's just gonna lead you into destruction. All right, and watch GMS if you want to learn anything. Okay. All right, so that's pretty much it. That's the end of the show. Lord willing, you brothers were edified. Until the next show, shalawam.